the little matters aren't specifically encouraging families to speak about sexual abuse.
Yeah.
But we also know that having open conversations opens that kind of doorway for disclosures of harm that's already occurred. What, if you could think of one piece of advice, each of you, for families, for parents, for anyone who looks after children, one piece of advice for a person if they were to receive that information, what is one thing that would be helpful to encourage them to respond in such a way that was encouraging and safe for the child?
Yeah, I always think affirmation is always positive, wow, you trusted me. I mean, that's my internal response. Whoa, and just the acknowledge of what they're sharing. And, even if it's like sometimes, there are secrets that people have shared with me and going, that hasn't ended in abuse, but it's like, oh, I didn't know you sat with that. Didn't know you felt awkward.
Listen and believe. I think just listen. Spend time listening. Be with them in that moment.
The thing that somebody really close to me taught me was try not to ask why questions. Why didn't you tell me before now? Or why didn't you say no? Or why didn't you? Because all that does is it really hits that radar that just about all survivors have, which is feeling like it's their fault.
Yeah.
So if you ask why questions, it feels like blame. Yeah, so hold those why questions.
Yeah.
That's good advice. Yeah, don't ask the why.
I still remember the very first person who ever told me about harm that they were experiencing. And I remember that I immediately got really busy in my head of like, right, so this is a disclosure and I need to do all of these things. And I've got these acronyms in my mind. I was working at a service at that time. And what I now realise is that busyness gets in the way of me being able to listen with my full heart, which is really what's needed. Is perfection is not attainable, but presence is the best gift I could give them.
Yeah.
And so breathe. Yeah. And I love your listening. And then I think actually support for yourself as well. Because sometimes you think, oh, I've got to fix this or I've got to do something. And actually that listening and that really being there is doing something really transformational. So yeah, breathing, getting support for yourself, could make a massive difference to any human.
Yeah.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
Thank you.